At the front of the wedding hall, the MC, his hair slicked into a high pompadour, boomed with infectious energy. Everyone celebrating with Liam and Arya today. Whip out your phones. Open WhatsApp. Hit the plus in the corner, choose join group, then type 1314. This surprise is courtesy of our bride, Ms. Sterling. To thank every friend and relative who traveled here, please hop into the group of Venmo cash drops all night, fun non-stop. One by one, the 40-plus tables of guests trickled into the WhatsApp group. But after barely a minute, the lively hall quieted in eerie waves. The groom, who had been beaming while firing off 3 red envelope drops beside the days, now stared at his screen, his grin froze and his face drained to chalk. Scattered murmurs fluttered up. Holy crap, this is wild. Dude, there's even a nude selfie. Groom's got game. The place detonated like a sudden clap of thunder. My fiancé, Liam, was cheating. I had never imagined infidelity would happen to me. We started dating in college. The relationship had always felt solid. He was 1 year ahead of me, and now that both our careers were stable, we'd reached the marriage shock stage. The first hint of betrayal surfaced one midnight when he forgot to delete a chat with his best buddy. Tonight he'd come home after 2 a.m. Again, I couldn't hold it in. You know I've been horribly sick these 2 days. Couldn't you come back earlier? I've had period cramps before, but this time a fist of ice seemed to yank my uterus downward. I writhed on the bed, drenching the pillow in cold sweat, puking and running a 102-degree fever. After lying in bed all day, I finally regained a sliver of strength near midnight. He resorted to his usual script. I'm grinding this hard for our future. The project is at a critical stage. If your dad could put in a word, I'd leap to the next tier. I snapped. I know exactly how big your company's projects are. Are you seriously that busy? I saw Derek's post you to were at Ironworks today. I was too weak to even reach the hospital, yet after work you hit the gym instead of coming home. Are you there to pick up chicks? Panic flickered in his eyes, but he forced calm. That selfie was from last time. The jerk posted it only today. I'm exhausted from work. Can't I get peace at home? 5 years together, can't you trust me? If you're worried, here's my phone. Check whatever you want, or call Derek right now. He had to be hiding something. In Derek's gym mirror selfie, Liam's gray tank delivered just yesterday was half visible. He used to wear only black. 6 months ago, he bought a premium gym membership and began lingering at Ironworks, though his body hadn't changed much. Since then, he'd been coming home later, sometimes after midnight. Knowing I never snoop, he dared me to look in even if evidence existed. He'd surely scrubbed it. He didn't realize that the other night, after crashing hard, he'd kept texting Derek until he fell asleep mid-sentence. Derek had sneaked in. Dude, you really drained, he'd replied with a you-know-it gif. I scrolled. The thread looked good. Its senses didn't connect, proof he deleted chunks. His twitchy face tonight screamed guilt. I played along. Fine, let me see whether you were boozing with your bro. I picked up his phone, opened WhatsApp under his nose. The dread in his eyes was unmistakable. Sure enough, the messages and that gif were gone. I had neither proof nor energy to fight. All right, I believe you. I just fear your buddies are dragging you into their party scene. He exhaled. Arya, sorry, work's been crazy. And no, I reek after client dinners. Notice I haven't come home tipsy once. Next week I fly to Chengdu. Once this phase is over, things will settle. He really was leaving town, the perfect window to rendezvous with his mistress, Scarlett. While he was away, I borrowed his laptop to look up some files. I rarely touched it. He used it for gaming, and I used to slice fruit or bake mini cookies and set them beside him. In the browser bookmarks, I spotted a Reddit link. Curious, I clicked and discovered his private message chain with another woman. A few lines were enough to rip my heart open. Through tears, I read on and understood everything. No wonder he wasn't afraid of me checking his phone. He'd hidden the affair in Reddit DMs. Their exchange was obscene, filthier than anything I could imagine. He never called her babe or honey. Most of the time he addressed her as mistress. And when he spoke about me to her, the sole term was cheap slut. Liam, you kinky bastard. The woman's real name, Scarlett, from timestamps they carried on at least half a year. They met on the city's subreddit, graduated from flirting to physical hookups within days. The gym Liam joined 6 months ago is owned by Scarlett's husband. He didn't sign up to get fit, he signed up so the two of them could screw under the same roof. My whole body shook with rage. The room spun so hard I almost blacked out. At last I understood why, these past months, he touched me so rarely. He'd blamed stress, blamed overtime, when all along he was on his knees licking another woman's feet. No wonder he'd come home late and crash face first into the pillow. Every ounce of energy had already been wrung out of him elsewhere. They must have taken photos or videos because their chat logs were stuffed with vile pictures. One still burns behind my eyelids. Liam kneeling on a carpet, tongue stretched toward Scarlett's raised foot, her red-nailed big toe inches from his mouth. From the messages I learned the only reason he still keeps me around. My father can grease his climb up the corporate ladder. Dad works in a state agency that oversees Liam's division. A quiet word from him can fast-track a promotion. Liam told Scarlett outright, if that bitch's father couldn't make or break my race, I'd have dumped her ages ago. Now he's with Scarlett not just to feed his twisted kink, but because her family is richer than mine. If he keeps her happy, he can shave 20 years off his struggle. Yet Scarlett herself is married, has a husband and a home. Liam really did fly out on business and seized a chance to meet Scarlett in Chengdu. They even talked about joining a local swingers party while they were there. I photographed every single message on my phone. The next week was the worst of my life. I spent whole days on the same park bench, staring at squirrels and dying inside each time a memory of us surfaced. When Liam flew back, I couldn't face him. He texted, "Why aren't you home?" I didn't answer. After several missed calls, I finally replied. Department assigned me to a training course, classes run late. Days later, steady enough to confront him, I changed my mind. A direct breakup would be letting him off easy. That afternoon, I returned to a rented loft before he got off work and opened the laptop. While I'd been gone, they'd added dozens more pages of chat, and the fresh ugliness turned my spine to ice. Liam wanted to dump me and marry Scarlett. Scarlett kept refusing. She's 10+ years younger than her husband and had married for money. After 3 years and a baby boy, the man was beginning to suspect her. Medical tests had ruled him out as the problem. She meant to wring every dollar she could before the roof caved in. Scarlett, I'm not against marrying you, but you can't even buy a condo yet. You rent some dump. Our future would be precarious. Liam, I'm in a state-owned enterprise, steady paycheck. Once I level up, the side money flows. We'll be fine. Scarlett, then here's your mission. Pull it off and we're together for life. Liam, tell me, mistress, I'll do anything. Scarlett, marry Arya first. Her parents are lining up a fat dowry. Right, tie the knot. File for divorce 6 months later. And have her assets land in your pocket. Liam didn't push back, he applauded. Baby, you're brilliant. I'll propose ASAP. Divorce her half a year in. Scarlett, plan locked. But what did you just call me? Liam shot back. Mistress, my forever mistress. They were drawing a noose around my dowry. I told him my family would gift us a Riverview condo plus a 30-grand car, both paid in full. The car would be titled to me, the condo to both of us. He intended to marry, freeze me out with cold wars and staged fights. Let Dad propel him to a corner office, then transfer to another city where Dad's reach stopped. After that, divorce, half the property, easy 2 million payout. Meanwhile, Scarlett would ditch her hillbilly husband and carve off a slice of his fortune, and the two of them would lounge through life on stolen money. It was a perfect, poisonous scheme. Though the thermostat read 86, I felt refrigerated terror. Then tonight happened, proof that mercy was pointless. Liam came home early, arms full of groceries and a bottle of red, claiming absence had fermented into longing and he would cook me a welcome back feast. I guessed the performance would climax in a ring and a proposal. I kept my voice light, only fending off kisses and hugs, curious to see the next act. I curled on the sofa while he shuttled around the galley kitchen, plating dish after dish. Once I'd have jumped in to help, tonight I watched like a juror. At the table he lifted his glass. To you, Arya, welcome home. I thought he'd pop the question once the wine dulled my guard. But he'd planned something simpler. A few sips and my lids turned to lead. Time blurred. Somewhere in the dark I heard voices and a woman's bright laugh. The scene felt familiar. I fought to open my eyes but sank deeper into paralysis, in the nightmare. Liam and a faceless woman hovered over me, naked, cackling, trading obscene jokes while I lay pinned to the mattress.